nothing ever, goes along the plan. This super weird story where we deployed, those first scooters in Vienna, in Austria.
Huh?
And, after like 6 or 8 hours, it started to like most of the scooters started to go offline. So you see like 10% of the fleet goes offline, 20% offline, meaning that we lost signal, right? So we don't know where they are.
Okay.
It doesn't like communicate.
Okay.
And, so we obviously jumped on calls with San Francisco, etc., and started to investigate. It was the weirdest story, but apparently somebody hacked the fleet and they were using the computer chip that is in scooter to mine Bitcoins, believe it or not.
What?
It was the time where the Bitcoin price was high and you needed like a lot of computing power. So they literally just hacked it and used our fleet of scooters, and there were thousands of them, as one big computer to do those calculations to mine Bitcoins. And because of that, it exhausted all of the data, because each scooter had like some kind of limit in terms of gigabytes that it could send back to the server. And they just, maxed it out and the scooters went offline. So there you go. There are crazy people like that.
How did
But,
you, did it take a long time retrieving all the scooters? Because if you couldn't locate them, that was like a scavenger hunt, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, so it didn't really take a long time, but we had to work, through the night. We couldn't wait until the morning to pick them up, or the next day we had to go immediately. And the last location, and you start looking for it. I think we retrieved like the most of them.
Yeah, were you like, San Francisco, we have a problem? Had the headquarters ever seen anything like that? Had that occurred in another city before?
I think this was the very first time it occurred, and props to San Francisco team that they immediately plugged in the hotfix so it couldn't happen again. But
Yeah.
it's just a super weird story how people can be creative, so to say.
That is super creative. Did they catch him?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's probably hard to do. I'm pretty sure, it was anonymous and everything, so probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that.
That's a crazy story. Wow. Uber's amazing. I think the greatest, benefit of having Uber is just simply seeing like where the cars are and knowing the estimated time of pickup. To me, that's just genius. To me, that is the product. Okay. So you're at Uber, you're at Lyft, you've had all this great experience, this great exposure building things, launching things, doing stuff that nobody, is like, hey, we need this to happen. And you're trying to figure out things to make it happen. What was the inspiration behind Cooper Pet Care? And when did you have that light bulb moment?